Welcome you Gemini people for the month of June 2012. What's going to happen to you? Well, as I said to the Sagittarians, also for the Geminis, I don't know where to start. There's so much happening for Geminis. Good energy that is really going to get into your life, and I hope you take advantage of it. For all signs, this little explanation is applicable. So this is applicable for all signs. And Pluto and Uranus, it is very obvious that Pluto and Uranus in a square is actually accentuating the fact that we have to change, and we have to change into stronger people. That's basically it. That's what Pluto-Uranus is all about. We have to transcend all the different roles that we play that are false and that are not powerful. I'm talking about roles, and I'm going to explain 3 roles that are really not the roles that we want to play because they make us unhappy. That's one thing, and everybody wants to be happy. I certainly do. And it is also a possibility to get out of a bad situation and to become stronger. So this model was based on the environment of court and judges and so on in this world, where there is a judge, where there is a victim, where there is a solicitor and so on. So 3 roles that we don't want to play. The weakest role of the 3 is a victim. And I think we all play roles in our lives, or we have been playing roles in our lives where we are the victim. And if we are a victim, it's the weakest roles of all 3. Why? Because we let other situations, other people walk all over us. And that's because we don't want to take responsibility. Or maybe we want to, but we feel that we can't. And why can't we? Because we feel not good enough about ourselves. We feel a bit less. That's basically it. Now the other role, you could say, is a bit the opposite role. It's the role of the savior. That's not a powerful position either. Why? Because you feel better than someone else. It's also an equality. You feel better than someone else and you overtake their power. You take responsibility of that other person. It could mean in a personal relationship, but it could also be a situation at work. Maybe a colleague who's taking all responsibility. Oh, I will do it for you, and that person, that savior, really thinks that he's doing or she's doing the right thing. But actually, it is not a powerful situation. It is taking other people's power, and it's not a healthy situation. How to get out of this? How to get out of a victim's role is to take responsibility, and in that case, you need Mars. You need to have a transit. If you use the astrology, you can look at when is my Mars, or when is Mars going to aspect another personal planet, or is going to give me some strength, because you're gonna need it. It's going to give me some courage to get out of this situation, and then you can become a stronger person. For the savior, it is a good moment when they realize that instead of giving the fish to other people all the time, they learn to other people how to fish. And that's a huge difference. That's not saying you've got to do this and that. That's just suggesting how to do it. And that is a totally different point of view. That is transcending taking over power. You're not going to take any other people's power into your hands when you are trying to help them. You're not going to do what they have to do. They have to take their responsibility, but you're going to help them. You're going to suggest maybe you can do this and that, but you're not going to do it. That's a huge difference. And then there's equality. Then the last position, the last role we don't want to play, it's the strongest role of the 3 roles. I mean, power, when it comes to power, it's the role of the judge, which is on top of it. You know, we can play them in different situations, you know, with the finger, judging everything. You shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that, or this situation, But of course, that's also not a healthy position. That means that you're not in balance. That means that you feel better than other people are better than other situations. Now, how to get out of this role is the easiest one. It's just the awareness of the fact that you can open the eyes of other people without influencing them. Because you're influencing other people if you're saying you should do this and you should do that. You are opposing your own power and your own value system towards other people. So you take yourself as a standard. I certainly play those roles a lot of times, and I still have to be very aware of it, not to do it. So we all play different roles, and but there's a way to get out. And just the last thing about this judge role is that the importance of words, so to transcend this role of judge, is really to really mind your words and to be a kind of a messenger to other people, to make them think, to just give them, I don't know where my glasses are, but just to give them a frame of the glasses so people can, other people are other situations, other things can fill it in themselves, but you kind of give them a frame to think about it. And then there is equality. You know, this is all about Pluto-Uranus, liberté, égalité, fraternité. And especially égalité, it is not about, you know, like Mao Zedong dressed up in all the same suits, but it is equality when it comes to power. It is very much about that. And Neptune can help us with this, because Neptune is going in Pisces. Maybe at first we're going to think, ooh, this is making situations rather vague and we don't know where we're up to, so there's chaos probably. But it is needed to get out of the situation and to see the clarity afterwards. That's my opinion. What's going to happen to you? Well, during the month of June, the 4th of June, there is a lunar eclipse in your 7th house, which means the axis of the 1st house and the 7th house comes into the picture. There's such an emphasis on you this month. I mean, Venus is in there, and Jupiter at the end of the month is also going to be in your sign. And so the two benefits actually. So you are going to be very much opening your heart towards other people, and that's going to attract other people into your life. But also for a little part, Mercury and the Sun, of course. The Sun is also in your sign. So definitely a month to shine, but also a month to connect with that special other person, to have a special connection with those people. Maybe also a business connection could be the case. But in particular for you, Pluto and Uranus, the square, it affects the 8th house and the 11th house. And the 8th house of transformation, the 11th house of hope. So I think maybe there is a fear, or there has been a fear, or there is a fear to transform. But you have hopes for that. And every now and then you feel that you're going up, and then you go down a little bit, and up and down. You know how this is with if you're Mercury ruled, and people who are Mercury ruled, they really know the phases with the Mercury retrogrades. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down a little bit. And I think this is the case with you. There is maybe there's fear of having fun. Almost impossible for Geminis, isn't it? Because Saturn is there in your 5th house. But I think it's going to be more fear of transformations that are happening with you. There's such an emphasis on you, so probably you're profiling yourself differently and in another way, and you want to do it in a good way, and you want to do it in a charming way, and you're going to probably succeed, because all these planets in Gemini, communication, for you, Pluto-Uranus is also about the transformation through the communication with other people, like a journalist, day-to-day environment. You're going to inform other people. Maybe you're going to try to take a good role in that. But whatever it is, there is a lot of activity going on. And you Geminis, you do like activity, don't you? You do like this. Even when this is an emphasis on the deeper houses, like the 8th house is quite heavy, but I think you're going to do well. You're going to do this in a very Gemini way. And if you want me to look specifically, I mean in a specific way, in a significant way, Pluto-Uranus on one of your personal planets, and I've got a special offer. You can see it on my website. I'll put a link below, and it's a special offer of 13 euros. I think it's approximately $16-17, and it's about specifically Pluto-Uranus on one of your personal planets. So I wish you all the luck, and I'll see you back next month. Bye bye.